Been pressed, and we are live. Let's go, baby.
Woo!
Where is it? I don't see it. It's not there.
It's it's the 10-second delay. I
No.
gotta make sure that we're talking during the 10-second delay. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's a 10-second delay. Everyone knows about the
There it
10-second
is.
delay.
I found it.
You know, there was a post not too long ago, and it we didn't start talking for the first like 7 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't edit it out. I can definitely go back and do that, but like, uh, Gillis was very confused. She was like, "Is the video broken?" She turned it all the way up, and then somebody said something, and she was like, "Oh, ow!" Uh,
Oops.
Ouch. Whoopsie daisy.
so we're good. Go.
Let's roll.
Alrighty. Last we found our intrepid adventurers. They were running about town, saving one of their comrades after being cursed inside of a curious tomb and hidden crypt inside of the city of Amon. It is there that after they had cleared and avoided what seemed to be um, a leader or a cask that had been unchained, um, they found themselves recovering, taking a shower or a bath. I believe they went to the bathhouses, cleaned up,
Mhm.
ate dinner. A few of them may have worked on some curious letters. Uh, and from there, our team headed out and split up in the morning. One to study and understand what it was that they found in that crypt. What was that crypt? There's nothing about it that seemed normal. There's a couple of reliefs, a couple of paintings, and carvings that they didn't quite grasp and understand. So they went to the library, into the Cobalt Soul, to understand and gain knowledge from one of the archivists. It was there that they found knowledge not only on werewolves themselves, but on an interesting faction that they were reading into called Tooth and Claw. They were
Order.
the Order. Excuse me. How dare you? I'm putting that down. God's gonna smite you a little bit more in the next round. Got it. The villain has advantage against Torla.
Bring it.
I need you to roll me a dexterity saving
Mhm.
throw right now.
And that would be a 16.
Oof, yeah, you failed. A meteor comes out of the sky, dealing.
You see, the roll you needed was a 38.
Oh,
Ooh, didn't we tell you?
Spicy meatball.
A random meteor storm. So that's
That's so much dice.
I can't breathe. Oh,
Amazing.
and
This
now the paladin is dead. What do we do now?
this random meteor storm had every meteor hit the exact same spot.
it was just this one point, like something really pissed off the gods. It was weird. Anyways, continuing, our adventurers had managed to split up into two groups to get a couple of things done. The group that went to the library, and then the group that had been hoping to gain a little bit more insight into the ne'er do well of the underworld, as they had been tasked with procuring a certain item to get further details on a certain someone that burned a certain someone's zoo to the ground. Sorry,
Nice zoo.
circus.
You ass.
Circus.
Zoo.
Like
Yowza.
the funny thing is because I saw the elephants and stuff standing in the in the circus, and I'm like, it's a zoo, and I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not right. That ain't right.
What a dimbus.
Uh, so having successfully uh, deterred a very foolish and hastily done servant, uh, they cleared payment and went to pick up the item. Maybe to deliver it to Thabius Copperfield, maybe to deliver it to someone else. You don't know. We'll find out this episode as we wrapped up after our team had reconvened in, I believe, the town square. So that's where we'll open up. What do you guys wish to do? It is, I would say, mid to late afternoon.
What time exactly would you say?
Your feathery bird mind knows that it's exactly 11:47
Thank you.
and 26 seconds.
27, 28. Got it.
So it's not the afternoon.
That's what I consider the afternoon.
Well,
Different time zones.
Sorry, 12:18. There, you happy?
no, actually.
You never are.
All right, roll initiative. Anyways, so our intrepid gang are, I believe, the Bare Knuckle Couriers. What would you like to do?
Still a stupid name, but whatever.
Well, I got freaking shit to do. Are we all together?
Yes, you guys were heading towards meeting up again, unless you wanted to go directly to the outskirts of town towards the Death's Respite.
No, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, so it'd be helpful to have backup.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna meet up with them.
Okay.
So, I don't think I'll let us leave the book.
Ryan, we can't hear you.
Ryan, can you use your microphone
Oh,
properly?
hold on. Forgot that this is directional, my bad. So, I don't think they'll let us leave with the books.
No, I don't think they will.
Oh, Skywatcher got his ass kicked. We forgot about that.
Any notes that we should take down, you think, before we go?
All I managed to get was the fact that we have an order that might be of werewolves that might have fought for the city, but that's about it.
And we've got a name at least, so that's good.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that's enough for now.
The
You think
last
our
thing.
giant friend did well with his match with the monk?
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he lost. He's always getting
the-
into wars with everyone.
Just so everyone knows, the last thing I wrote in my notes was got ring, time to mischief. That doesn't
Sounds
help.
about right.
Okay.
That follows. That tracks.
Yeah.
Ooh, 1 second. I have to click a button. I just got a.
1 million Amazon gift card.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Oh,
Oh no.
There we go. Sorry. Unfortunately for me, I am still behind in work due to the fact that I am having a little bit of a backlog from taking vacation. But aside from that, closing that out, now that that's taken care of, we did have a combat session with Auken, as he seemed kind of bored and books really weren't his speed. So he ended up picking a fight with one of the local monks in their seemingly prepared combat pit, which looked like they would use it for more of morning exercises and discipline routines.
and as
Just-
I recall, he got his butt kicked.
He did indeed take a few good licks and got a few of his own in there as well. Never know. Maybe there'll be something of that, as people did enjoy cheering and understanding and watching the fight. So Who knows? Who's to say?
Hmm.
But you guys have the name, and you have the ring.
Of power. Ho 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 ho.
The quick for you guys who didn't write notes on um, the Order of Tooth and Claw. You through your readings, since you guys did roll, I believe, pretty high, well, medium. You did find out that this was during the Dessoir era.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this was something that uh, the king had actually created and put into place.
Thanks,
Where did
King.
So
Interesting.
that is the extent of the knowledge you know about it. Reading on it, you did see passages of their use, and they were kind of almost brushed off a little bit, but in and of itself did cover a fair bit of what they're there for, which seemed to be more of a flesh. Was it not cloak and sword, but a flash and show, a show of force.
Hmm.
One that seemed to help lay his claim on the rule after the era of the first era of the calamity.
Hmm.
So, you know that as you all know, the king's name was Warren Drassig, Drassig.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Warren himself was the supreme monarch after essentially entering into a political war zone where people were trying to claw and scratch for power. There's different factions that always seem to want to take power from every other person and every other kingdom, and it was here that uh, Drassig actually went ahead and forged alliances instead of claiming power, uh, forcing a tight bond into his kingdom and cementing their place.
Hmm.
So that is what you know. That is years past.
Yeah.
That is almost ancient history to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Use it as you will. You guys are doing anything special? So I know Toblin and Norvar, do you guys have anything in particular you guys want to do?
I
You want
was
to stick with the...
gonna meet up with them again.
Okay.
I need assistance.
Alright, so you'll make your way back and head in their direction as we'll kind of pick up where that story left off, and we'll just say, for the sake of time, you've all met up together near the Cobalt Soul.
All right.
So you're all together.
Mhm.
What would you guys like to do?
Gentlemen, I have a proposition for all of you that I could use your assistance on. We have the package and now it must be delivered.
I see. A package? Another one? What did you do this time that got us hooked into that?
Nothing too particular, but needs to be delivered.
Hmm.
Question then. If a paladin shows up delivering the package, about how much of a firestorm would that be?
Are you asking me this question?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm sure everything would go swimmingly.
So in other words, you're saying there's likely a chance that I'll be killed by these people you're delivering it to.
I wouldn't go that far. I think he's thinking that people wouldn't want to screw with you. But, um, excuse me. But then, if that's, if we're, sorry, midline. But if it's more of the former rather than the latter, we would like to know.
Well, all I can say is there is a great evil in this world, and it must be extinguished. And this package will help us get there.
Let's see.
I nudge Norvar and go, nice.
So then, let me guess. You're working to rip off somebody in order to eventually ruin them.
Uh.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Okay.
Alright, I suppose I could help. But if it starts to go too shady, I'm bugging out.
very well, gentlemen. Shall we proceed?
Oh, might as well.
Alright then, let's go. Gonna head off to the place we were at before.
The Death's Respite?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Yes,
I
go
follow.
on.
Alright, so you guys make your way north to the northern slums of the city, where in one of the towns just outside the main city walls, there's an inn. You guys do see a clear sign. Three-story inn, seems to be kind of a ramshackle looking abode. Kind of spread across, kind of by itself from a lot of the other buildings, and there's kind of more of little stalls around it for shopping and essentially setting up for whatever the day's catch that was being brought in. Since we are on the shore, so you enter into the location and you see a very familiar bartender sitting behind the bar, kind of polishing. Oh,
I'm going. Okay, go ahead.
what can we do for you today?
Well, I've returned and we come bearing gifts.
Gifts
I'm
are
gonna
always
go
gladly
find-
received. And kind of gestures, and you can see the false wall shift and a staircase reveal itself to the lower floors.
How many people are like in the main floor of the inn right now?
6.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find a dark corner that has a table and sit myself down, but be at the ready.
I'll join him.
Okay.
Thanks.
So you guys are going into the main area on the top floor. You're not going
Yeah.
downstairs.
Just the main area. I'm not
Yeah.
going down.
What's the druid doing?
Well, is the bird following you? Because let's remember here, I'm not very stealthy.
You sound like you're playing Subnautica.
Okay.
There you are.
Let me ask. Is the bird following you down? Because I am not terribly stealthy.
This isn't really a situation of stealth.
So you just need somebody to stand there and what? Play the muscle? Entertain them?
If need be.
Well, alright, I suppose.
And so, wait, Toblin, are you joining me or not?
No.
Well, Rick. What's Skywatcher doing?
You guys look around, and it's interesting. You could have swore he was just behind you. Wasn't he? Wasn't he over there? Where? But you seem to have lost your friend.
Unfortunate.
Alright, well, very well then, let's go. Gonna head downstairs.
Alrighty then. So you make your way down, and much like last time, you kind of go down as you're going 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels below the bar. You get to the basement room. Again, closed door at the end of the hall, or the stairwell. Do you wish to knock?
Yes.
Alrighty. So you knock on the door. Oh, you can see the little iron gate kind of peek hole slide across. So he's like, who's it? Oh, it's you. Okay. Slides over the thing and opens the door for you.
Alright, I'll walk on in.
Boss was wondering when you were gonna get back here.
Yeah, I ran into a few complications, but we managed alright.
That's good to hear. Go tell him.
Is he at his table?
Yep, so you see him centered in the more lively bar that seems to actually be the main thoroughfare for this location, for those who know how to get in. Again, multi-layers above you, you can see the extra 3 floors that are still below, and you have that carved ceiling and the elegant yet simply made candelabra.
Mm-hmm.
He is sitting across in his table, hands crossed, covering his mouth, currently engaged in conversation with 2 interesting looking fellows. One in a red cloaked robe, kind of hard to see the face, but it does have kind of bluish tint to the skin and the features. And then the person right next to him, you can see their hood is pulled down, also in a red robe. But there's white hair and very long, drawn back into a braided ponytail. You have a drow woman.
Alright, I go over to the table. And I'm going to take the ring out of my pocket, like the box and everything, and I'm just gonna put it on the table and slide it over.
Excuse me, 1 minute. I'm doing business here with my associates. I'm going to have to ask you to give us a minute.
Very well.
I'm just tailing him around in silence, but also trying not to be invasive.
So you went down with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check, or a perception check.
Yeah, AJ, I was definitely not paying attention there. I thought they were sitting on the same side of the table.
Yep.
I retract my statement.
We can't hear you.
I'm doing math. You don't need to hear me yet.
Okay.
That's a 16 on the perception check.
16. So you kind of just take a glance around while keeping an eye on your buddy, and you do see that there is quite a bit of attention on you. They're kind of shifting around. Again, drinking, having a jovial conversation in most places, but there's definitely an unease about them keeping an eye on you. But a few minutes go by. You see the couple that had been discussing with the fine gentleman behind the table get up, and then they start to walk away. And before anything happens, he holds up his hand, waves them back, slides them over a little pouch of some sort, and then points them to the stairs. And they make their way out. Ah, yes. I believe you had some business with me. He kind of looks over and waves at you.
Indeed, I did. I walk over to the table and put the ring on the table and slide it over to him.
Holy shit. No. Is this what I think it is?
It is indeed what you think it is.
No fucking way. You're fucking with me.
Question for the
Ask
DM.
and you shall receive.
With the perception roll of 16, can I hear this conversation?
You're kind of with him, I thought.
Well, I'm still keeping a little bit of distance, but okay, so I can hear it. Never mind.
If you're up with him, or if you're kind of staying back and being more of like a bodyguard and not necessarily hopping in the conversation, then you would not have heard this. The gentleman that's sitting there keeps his mouth kind of concealed and only talks immediately in a voice that only can be heard with the people at the table.
Got it.
We're just doing this on, the magical of the interwebs. So. But yep, so you don't catch this if that's what you're doing. And the gentleman looks at it and I have to check if this is even real. There's no way. It goes over, picks up the little ring box and kind of lifts it up. Sure enough, there is standing prominently a platinum ring, beautifully adorned and detailed, beautiful filigree and design work, kind of cross-patterned into this pretty decent-sized ruby that is heart-shaped and kind of almost pulsating inside as an energy kind of whirls inside of the gem, almost to the tune of a heartbeat. Well, if this is a fake, it's a really good fake, but one second. He kind of moves his hands away from his face and waves over to one of their contacts that are sitting just up at the bar. Again, this one is very laser focused and only paying attention to him and not being part of the festivities around. Hi, so you take a look at this for us and confirm its authenticity. Yep, I can do that, boss. Sure thing. 1 second. Kind of little kind of scrawny build to this individual. Kind of has scraggly red hair, kind of dirty in the face, wearing kind of similar clothes, kind of darkened leathers and kind of almost a adorning cloak around it, but it just kind of goes over and reaches into one of his little pouches that's inside of his vest, and pulls out this little eyeglass inspector, and starts taking a close look at it. Oh, let's say I'm taking a look right here, and then we got. Oh, so. Wow. Boss. How do you get this? This is legit. You're good. He kind of closes it and gingerly slides it over back to him.
Ask and you shall receive.
Apparently so. Be it a little bit surprising. Do you know what it is that I had you get?
It was a ring belonging to some man named Copperfeld or whatever the heck his name was.
Yeah. And you didn't take a further look at it.
No, unfortunately, I was here for some information.
Well, if you're going to have this kind of skills, I might want to bring you on as part of the team. This is amazing work. We've been at that for the past 6 months.
Well, sometimes the right mouth can go miles.
Yes, apparently that is the case. I don't even know if you know its value, but this you have definitely helped us out in our cause.
Oh, I am well aware of its value.
Right. Well, as promised, the man you're looking for, because this you're talking right now to Hekla Shoremain, the leader of this division. The man you're looking for, his name is Zashir Ryan.
Hold on,
He's-
I'm actually gonna write this down.
Okay.
Let me just put it in my character sheet.
But
Oh, there's in the notes thing. I'll put it in backstory.
I typically just put it in like additional features and traits or character backstory.
Yeah,
That's where I would
just
put
don't
it.
know if anything else is gonna go in there. What's the? How do you spell it?
Zasheir.
Okay.
Last name Rein. Zashir Ryan.
Asshole who burned.
It's like saving him in your contacts. You just gotta remember who it is.
Yep.
Alright.
He is not quite the man to be trifled with, but I will say he doesn't take well to people who don't fall into his line. He's very harsh man. But,
I'm well aware I have a history with him.
Sounds like it. Well, he's kind of been a black spot in our guild for a while. But unfortunately, he's pretty high up in the ranks right now, especially out in. Sorry. Flipping page. Out in the Kaimo regions, near the Iron Seats. He took off not too long ago to head towards one of the other major cities. It appears there had been an opening for him out in Western, and he's been working from the guild over there. Last I hear, he's amassed quite a following, but since hid from public is the best word. Gone to hiding.
Hmm.
Incognito.
Apparently, there was some messy business in Kaimo that we weren't too happy about. Some arson and murder that didn't quite rub us the right way, since we like to remain in the shadows. We don't like to be up front like that. Don't get us wrong, we'll break a couple of knees, but far afield from us burning down half of a freaking town to take out a circus. What an idiot. Anyways, that's probably where you can find him. I must admit, you probably have better luck joining our ranks. You seem to know your way about a con or two.
Well,
could use-
unfortunately, with my associates, I have to make sure that my current mission is priority 1. But as soon as that mission is complete, I may come back and offer my services.
All right. I'll take you at your word, but definitely keep us in mind if you have any interest in earning a bit of coin.
Of course.
I can tell you right now, if you were one of our team, this would have got you a hefty sum.
Well, sometimes the enjoyment of the job is more fun than the pay.
What are you, some kind of good person? Okay, get out of my face. We're done here. You have a good day.
Alright, I get up and leave. What was the name of the town that he said he was in again?
Western. W-E-S-T.
Yep.
R-U-U-N. It is kind of more of a. I'd say it's more of like a county than it is a city.
Okay.
So that's kind of the direction he guided you towards.
Alright. Okie dokie, yeah, I get up and leave.
Alrighty. So you make your way back up, upstairs, followed short in hand by your trusty Druid Isaac, unless you're staying down there for some reason. By all means.
Follow him back up. The whole goal was for me to be there in case he needed muscle.
So you walk upstairs and see the rest of your troop as you now have a clear goal in mind, but what do you wish to do now? What does the crew want to say?
Do I see them come back up
Yes.
from my vantage point? Okay.
Gentlemen, my tasks here in the city are complete, so I am available for whatever you need.
Okay. Shall we pursue this wolfen problem by seeing what else we can figure out?
So we shall, but the question really is where to go next.
Well,
Totally.
first let's go someplace else. This place is giving me the creeps. I whisper.
Totally.
we
Roll
have-
me a
Fair
D8.
enough.
What?
Roll me a D8.
I have one of those, right? I think so. Is this it? Biggest number is an 8. 4.
4. Okay. So, as you're relaxing and waiting for your friends and seeing that they're coming up all together, you notice something out of the corner of your eye. Something that kind of catches you. You watch as a individual seems to be coughing up water, and they keep coughing up water. And what really caught your eye was the shinies that they had in their hand, and they fall over, clutching onto it, and kind of land and lay down and into the alleyway on the side of the Death's Respite. That's what you see.
I just kind of like no nonsense, no like second thought. I just kind of like meander over there. I'm just like, huh. Just curious, you know.
Do you wish to take a look around?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Do I have numbers for that? Nope. Oh, hold on. 15.
15. So you do notice that this person is in the middle of the road, but there's water everywhere on them. They're still kind of leaking water from their mouth. And they're turning a little bit blue-lipped. Kind of think that's interesting, but what really kind of sparked your interest was look at their hand. They're clutching a few gold coins. There's 12 of them to be exact.
It's a little more than a few.
Well, they're not very big. It's a handful.
It's a handful.
Like I'm holding. Let's see. Right now, I can hold 36 in one hand. So. Yeah. So they got a small handful. And
I have a question.
Mhm.
How often / well do I communicate with the Raven Queen, aside from just dreams?
It's pretty much up to you if you want to try and commune.
Okay. Because I know that she uses me to send people to her. Like everybody has like a death time. Like this is when they're supposed to die, and I'm supposed to shepherd them to her for that. Do I know if this is one of those individuals?
Roll an intelligence check.
12.
It's still kind of new and fresh in your mind, and you're not quite sure if that's exactly what it means. That she really is. Death is okay. She's not necessarily someone you have to deliver them to. More of help them avoid the aberration that is undeath and undying. Death is okay. It's to be embraced. There is an end time. That's kind of more her realm, and you really understand that. So you don't know if this is something you need to kill off, as they appear to be dead in front of you.
I kind of like pat their shoulder, like a there, and then
There.
I. I'm such a shitty bird.
Oh no.
I go from I go from
Going
patting
through this dead man's pockets.
I go from patting his shoulder to immediately just like complete pat down. Like not even a second thought, just like I went from like there, what did you have?
Terrible.
So you continue kind of investigating around, taking a look, patting them down. Pockets don't seem to have much, but as you're kind of going through the full body kind of search on this Poor unfortunate soul. You're. Hey, you over there. What are you doing?
Can
A
I try to
couple
do
of
this
the-
as sneakily as possible? So I want it to look like I'm still just patting his shoulder, like, hey, that's okay, like, wake up, buddy, like, don't die. But like the other hand is like swish 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 swish.
Oh God!
Unfortunately, at this time you've already been noticed.
Damn.
Just give it
so-
up.
And hey, you stop right there. Get over here where we can see you. What? You two on the. Oh my! Don't move. He kind of calls over two other guards that are patrolling nearby. Think we got another situation here. Did you do this?
I kind of look at him as like, are you freaking serious? Kind of like that, like the confused but like acknowledging that you just asked me that question look. I'm just like, bruh.
Yes. So this doesn't look good.
And then I
I
like
suggest we hasten
I-
over and
I
help
gesture-
Feather before he's
I-
dragged away.
I gesture aggressively at how wet he is, and I'm like, bruh.
Well, while you're doing that and trying to plead your case, everyone that's on the inside, you do hear a little bit of a commotion outside, as you weren't directly paying attention to your feathered friend as you're talking about what you wanted to do next.
I said I wanted to head outside because the place was giving me the creeps.
So,
So I head outside.
I think this is happening
Hopefully with
during
everyone in
that
tow.
time.
this
'Cause I
is
don't
happening.
think we're-
So this is happening now in conjunction with the couple of uniformed guards heading over their direction, because you guys were kind of talking about that as Toblin snuck off.
Hey, where's the bird?
We better go check outside, I guess. Probably walked off after something shiny.
Can I make this like a habit that like whenever danger happens towards me, I just like coo like a rooster?
I mean, that's up to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do that. So I'm seeing these guards come towards me like, hey, stop that. And like they've been questioning me, and my friends are nowhere near me, so I just like as loud as I can.
Okay. Hey,
I
quiet,
head
quiet,
outside.
quiet down. There's no need to yell.
I head outside towards the rooster call.
I do the same.
Alrighty, so you watch as your friend is being kind of pointed at and almost accused of what's going on. In fact, after that last screaming session, or loud cawing, one of the guards had come over to you. He's like, "It's gonna be okay. You're fine," and then slapped two manacles on you.
On me.
Yep.
Can I hellish review? I'm just kidding. Back up,
Hold
son.
on, hold on.
We're securing the area. Needed to make sure. Who are you? As they look, as you guys, the rest of the group kind of comes out towards your friend.
Norval, you better take the lead on this because you know him best.
What seems to be the problem here, gentlemen?
Well, we caught this one going through this one's belongings. We thought it was maybe a potential robbery, but it looks like we might have stumbled upon a potential homicide.
I look at Norvar like the first part probably, but the second part,
Well, you may not have been able to tell, but he was trying to help this man and didn't realize that he had passed away so quickly.
If that's right, then why was he patting down his pockets?
Well, he wanted to make sure that no one would steal anything off of him. Maybe he had some personal belongings that needed to go to the right people. We are a courier service, you know.
Roll a deception check.
Alrighty.
I like nod in blind agreement, just like
Hold on,
that's.
I need to make sure that I'm adding the right number.
I'm like, that's a good cover up. Oh, lay to that, good sir.
That would be a 19.
Fuck.
Oh. I guess that tracks. But why is he all wet?
I don't know. Perhaps you should keep all of your attention on the homicide and to figure that out. And well, my feathered friend, did you find any personal valuables of his that need to go to the right people?
Did you?
I want to feel
Who
like I've
wins, the
I wanna
friend
feel
or
like
the
I've-
shiny?
I want to feel like I've heard enough sentence and enough words to create this, no matter how odd it sounds. But like, I couldn't even get that far. Is what I say.
I mean, you say it, but it's. I couldn't even get that far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. So he does speak.
Brr.
Well, in dribs and drabs. Very well then. We will leave these men to figure out this homicide, unless of course they need assistance. But I do believe we have our own things to do. As I turn back to the paladin and the druid.
Yes, we do. But we need our feathered friend to come with us. And
I kinda like-
unless they-
I shake the manacles.
Preferably without the manacles on his wrists.
Aggressively, by the way. So like, not
See,
only
as
are
you're doing that,
not only are they
as-
clanging, but every feather is clanging. That's how aggressive I'm shaking.
Terrific.
it's okay. Release him. Get him to stop. Why is he so loud? Ugh. So the guard goes release you from your manacles. I'm gonna need everyone just to make a quick perception check.
Okay. Ooh.
13.
Let's see.
17.
19.
19.
Eight.
Did you say
I put
8?
Way too much force on that roll.
Uh,
I hear a thump on this side of the guy's train. I was like, ooh, that up.
yeah. So, Torla and Norvar, you guys kind of take a look at this creature as you're starting to help with your friends moving around, but apparently this person's skin is slimy and kind of translucent. It looks really gross.
Ugh, what is going on with that body? It's starting to look slimy and translucent. That's not good.
Mm.
And it's not normal either, I say.
What a strange occurrence.
Oh, everyone back away.
Okay, we back away.
I don't like the look of that. I've heard about it, but
Am I
overall,
still
that
am I still within touching distance of it? Him?
oh yeah.
I like gently push like one feathery finger, like I drag it down his cheek.
The slime.
The slime, yes.
Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Sick. Literally.
Exactly.
Haha, nat 20, baby.
All right. So Roll again for disadvantage. No, I'm just kidding.
Aw,
Roll another
shucks.
nat 20.
Yeah, no, so as you kind of go and put a feather down across its face, it's definitely slimy and wet and kind of, ugh, it's almost like a fish feeling. Ugh, gross. That's just for my food. You kind of step back, and at that time, you do feel a little bit of tingling in your hand as something tries to take root, but you kind of, as you start to feel it, you just kind of shake your feathers out, and it kind of flicks away. From there, one of the other guards kind of grabs you and rips you back. No, don't touch it!
I
We're
was
gonna have to get.
I was really hoping that some of his skin would slime off.
Nope, just seemed to be a little bit slimy and kind of scaly and just kind of slurp. Just kind of like you just basically ran your finger down the length of a fish.
Yes.
Turned me into a newt.
I got better.
Got better.
Monty Python. Golden.
But yeah, so that is basically what's going on. So they're starting to kind of shoo you guys away and kind of quarantine the area off. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to get back. We're gonna have to have some of our investigators look at this. It's just not. Seems like something bigger's going on. We're gonna get our investigation team out on this. We appreciate if all the civilians left. Go about your business.
Okay. Thank you, officer. Constable, whatever they're called.
Did I find anything on his body?
I mean, the 12 gold.
Oh, it's mine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with like with that first roll, you went ahead and picked that clean, and then you were just looking at the rest of the body.
Terrific.
So
Let's head back to the city and plot our next move from the inn.
Real quick
Sounds like a
interjection.
plan.
Very quick interjection. I currently have 473 gold pieces on me, so when I say I'm jangling around, I'm not kidding.
'Cause
You should
you
get
said
that
that's
very
like
good
all of your
something.
feathers, right?
Uh-huh. There's a lot of other things in my feathers too, so I am I am an alarm.
So, and here I was thinking I was the thing.
Here I am trying to sneak around, but the but the clap of my ass cheeks is alerting the guards.
Okay, let's go quick.
Uh,
So, we're heading back to the city, to the inn, and to make our next move, depending on what we need to do. Is my thought, at least. I don't know if anyone else has something.
I concur with the paladin because we need to figure out just who in the hell we should talk to about this very, very dangerous werewolf situation.
Hmm.
and slimy human.
Yeah, that might
We
be
don't
good to
need-
follow up with too.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest, probably good to follow up about that too.
Well, back to the inn then. Nova.
Very well.
Alrighty.
Olay!
alrighty. So your group starts to head back to the inn, kind of making their way across town back to Albanar's Promenade.
Making our way downtown, walking fast because I have city secrets.
That's
I
great.
thought you were gonna say walking fast with a jingly ass, but sure, that works.
That would have been better.
Oh, this is great. Now the bird will be the butt of our jokes.
Literally.
Mmm.
All right, let's
But,
not get any featheries here, okay? Just kidding. What you do in your own bedroom, I don't care.
I think
Anyways,
I have to hit a bank soon, is what I'm learning.
Also, not a bad idea.
What's not a bad idea?
A bank.
True.
so you guys head back, make your way back into your tavern again. Oh, it's you guys. Rooms are free for you. I haven't had such a good week since, well, since last festival.
Bert?
We've kept our town bar pretty lively. Thank you.
He's talking to you, Norvar.
Well, I'm glad I could be of service.
Very much glad to have you. Can we expect another performance tonight?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Oh, we'll get the word going. Depending on the crowd, we might be able to give you a nice little cut of the profits. You've been too kind to us.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
if that's
boy.
completely necessary.
Oh, but we'll insist. But thank you for making your way back here. Do we want to say that's going to happen around the just after dawn or dusk or whatever it's called? When it's the end of the
night.
very well.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. But do you need anything for your rooms? Any food, beverages?
Not yet. For me, at least.
I'm already walking up the stairs, and I'm assuming I could hear that question.
Yep. Right by the kind of stairways going up, you can see the bar right there, so you could definitely hear the question.
I point at him and go, "Bread," and just keep walking.
Yes, a plate of bread for him, and I will take a fine meal. Your finest.
Sounds like a plan. We just had some fresh pheasant and some duck prepared, so I can have that sent up to you with a nice glass of wine as an accompaniment.
Very well.
Alrighty.
Okay, so let's head up to one of our rooms so we can plot and figure out our next move.
Alrighty. So the only ones that had the upstairs room would be Norvar and Toblin. The rest of you were staying at one of the rooms down in the downstairs, kind of off to the far right hand side of the bar.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's use the upstairs room, and we'll try and keep it neat and tidy.
So you guys head upstairs. As you walk in, you can definitely tell that they've got the better room. They've almost got a walk-in closet. They've got their own little area for the bathhouse / toiletry. So
Okay.
you kind of feel like you get the cheap seats, hopping into the VIP box.
Hmm.
I gotta
Um,
learn how to do
yeah,
cheap
we'll
magic
solve it.
tricks.
Alrighty, so we have a werewolf problem, and we need to figure out where we're gonna go from here, because we can't just wait for another victim to die.
Exactly. And unfortunately, the best we can do is just ask people to stay off the streets at night, or at least move in groups and avoid sewers, because it always seems to attack people who are on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
I guess that's a
unfortunately, unfortunately, it's not going to get to everybody. So,
plus.
and there's always going to be a few who are foolhardy instead of fool.
Well, then the question is, where do we start? I suppose. Or how far we chase this up the pole, as it were.
Well, we were contracted. I can't see us walking away and not fulfilling it.
Walk away? Nonsense. The question is just what is the next step? We could go back to Elora again, but I'm starting to feel bad about going to see her every time we run into trouble. Although, if we went to the guards, I'm not exactly sure if. Well, I'm not exactly sure how far we could get with them. But it's worth a shot considering that the one we did see, well, let's just say it looked like he wet himself when we told him that,
You had found werewolves and reliefs in the sewer?
the release and the fact that there was a coffin that was open and the.
I mean, we could head to the military district and talk with some of the leadership there, but the big question becomes, how far are they willing to go to help us, help them?
Well, only one way to find out. We can either talk to them now or we can talk to them in the morning.
I see.
You guys realize it's only like 1 in the afternoon, right?
Oh, it's only 1 in the afternoon, that's right. Well then?
You actually noted it after your conversations and going around town. It is 3:37.
Walking around town should not have taken that long because we move at double sprint speed because of city secrets.
You can go that far.
No, it's me and my entire party.
You can go that far. So says God.
Don't argue with God, he'll kill you.
Besides, that's me being generous. This town is massive.
That's literally how city secrets works.
So,
Well, what do you fellas think? Master Bard?
it's not so much secrets, more of it's just a far distance, and you guys aren't running full speed.
This place is huge.
It's huge. It's got big walls. The
When-
tallest walls.
When you
And
are
we
n-
made Thingorn pay for it.
when you are not in combat, you and companions
Oh,
you
boy.
lead can travel between any 2 locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow. That's how it works. So if you're telling me that to go from the inn
So let me give
from
you
inn to
a little-
inn is 6 hours. Your town needs to be a little smaller.
But it was only 3 hours.
Right, we move at twice the speed.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So if it would have taken us 6 hours and we made it in 3, that means that this city is way too big.
So it took you slightly less time. I wouldn't say it's only 1 o'clock. You're probably pushing 2:15.
Okay.
Note to self: nerf city secrets. Bullshit. -2 to saving throws.
Oh!
Toblin.
We're screwed. But anyways, Master Bard, what is your thought on some of this werewolf problem?
Well, do we know when it happens? Does it happen every night?
From what we understand, it seems to be almost every night.
And is there a particular region of town in which it occurs?
As I recall, they said it was just near the sewer entrances, but that doesn't exactly cut it down a lot.
Well, I say we go there, camp out, and wait for the thing to come.
So what we'll need is bait.
Yes, and it may be helpful to have a small army.
Alrighty. I think we have a plan. What do you say, Master Druid?
I don't see why not.
Alright, let's go talk with some of the commanders and see if they'll warm up to this idea.
Just hoping they do. It would certainly make our lives easier.
Okay. So we're heading to the military district, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. I guess that's where we're heading next. Because it's still early for people to be out and about. Early enough, so to speak.
How long would you say it takes to get there for a normal person?
From Abadar's promenade to military district to the Black Bastille.
Yeah, for a normal person.
Normal walking from where you're at now, give or take 30 minutes.
It's
40
15.
minutes. Really gonna push this, huh?
It's
Uh-oh.
what it says in the book.
In all honesty, though, our last trip would have taken 45 minutes one way. Just saying. That seems reasonable.
You know, guys, there's a good reason you don't piss off the DM.
I'm not.
The
I'm just
DM is-
reading the. I'm reading my skill.
Then just assume what I said. It counts for that. Because
There's been many a times when you've forgotten that I have certain skills. So no.
it's time of day.
Okay, I'm just gonna head for the military district. Anyone who wants to come is welcome to join.
I'm following the paladin now.
And you will get there in 15 minutes.
Just saying.
I don't care how fast we get there.
As long as we
If
get there.
the bird steals more shinies along the way, or if the bard beats somebody with a cane. No, wait, that's Aachen that does that.
Yes.
Let us go.
Mm-hmm.
To,
All right, exactly 15 minutes and 30 seconds later.
It is now 2:30, gentlemen.
You get to the Black Bastille. Bacilla? I don't know how to pronounce this word. Bastille.
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 It was Bastille. Okay, good. So you arrive at the main headquarters, which is the Black Bastille, and you are again greeted into a kind of open hallway, very grandiose design to kind of puff up importance. And then you have a today it is actually a half elven woman sitting behind a counter.
Oh no.
Oh, well, yes. What can we do for you today?
So, as you might not know, we are currently investigating a number of killings that are occurring across the city and seem to be the work of some sort of wolfish creature, if I remember correctly, Master Druid.
Wolfish.
That sounds.
It's a werewolf.
Ah, okay. My
Not
apologies.
wolfish. It is a werewolf. We know that much.
And we have an idea that we might want to discuss with one of the senior commanders, if he's available.
Oh well, we have one of our COs is available, but he's currently not the one heading up that investigation. He is currently actually out and about, trying to find more leads and understand things. But anything you guys have would be good to share. Anything we know. But I assume you guys took the contract for the Beast's Head.
Yes.
Wait, was the contract for the Beast's Head the one with the churches and the temples? Or is that
No.
something separate that you were doing?
Roll an insight check.
If I'm asking a question, is it insight?
Oh, are you asking this of her, or are you
Yes,
asking
I'm
me,
asking
the
this of
DM?
her, yes.
We were unaware that the temple district is there, I think, but no, we've put an official bounty on their head, on this creature or creature's head.
Yeah,
Oh.
they had one of their own killed, so they were looking for somebody to solve it. I don't think they never exactly gave us the conditions on whether or not we had to drive it out of the city or kill it, though.
Oh well,
That makes sense.
well, whatever contracts you have with them, they do need to go through the proper channels. Make sure that it is noted and done through so at one of the local council houses. But aside from that, no, our contract is straightforward. It is for the elimination of the said creature or creatures.
Mm,
Evidence brought back should be the head of this creature.
all right. What's the bounty on it?
Currently, it has taken 7 people, and we have put a bounty of 1,500 gold pieces.
I grabbed the paladin for a second.
Yes.
I'm like, 1,500? Because for me, as a druid, that's more money than I could think of
Oh yeah, that's
on the
literally
average week.
Yep.
almost a lifetime for you of money.
I get visibly flushed. I'm like, I'm sorry. You must know yourself. We druids, we live much more on a barter based society. Uh that's quite the reward. This is getting out of hand. Hopefully not too much.
Oh, do you take contracts often?
It's a long story, but this group are the first people I found consistent work with outside of my group.
Oh well.
Wait, AJ, question of the DM out of character. Is the word tribe or was it clan?
Tribe.
Tribe. Let's just say outside the water tribe. Business for us there, if you contract with another tribe, it's always a trade. There's always something material that will be traded rather than coin. Sure, some floats around, and yes, we do have some to use when trading with towns and villages outside the clans, but I guess you could say finding this group of adventurers has been much more consistent and monetarily based.
Interesting. Well, depending on how well you do on this contract, you might even be able to sign up for one of our sister guilds that we've taken a look into after seeing it do so well out in the wild shores that are Marquette.
See. Wow.
So we have a Slayers Guild. They opened up a branch here, so we get contracts from them through the city for things of these more minor creatures that are more of a repetitive nuisance. This one seemed a little bit more in our wheelhouse, as we need to get to the bottom of this. That is why we
Of
are
course.
asking for said contract.
Well, I assume that since we've already had to take one contract, we might as well take another.
Mm.
Do we have to sign anything with you?
No, you just come with the price.
Sounds good. The question then. So the person in charge of the investigation is out, seeking clues. We've managed to find a few things that point to some form of ancient guild or society that may have something to do with this. Supposedly long since dead, sarcophaguses that are empty and open when they shouldn't be, and so on and so on and so on. But Um, whom is it that is it? I look at the paladin. Is it who or whom?
Who is it that we must look to work on this case with? Because we have an idea that might just work and bringing the beast to bay.
You're asking me who you should work with in conjunction with your hunt, or
Well, no. What I'm saying is, you have someone who is in charge of this particular contract for the beast's head. Who would that be? Because we have someone that might help out.
that would be Sir Thralar Batakota.
So Thrailer. Okay.
Ther. Wait, Threl. I've got it written down. I can't just do it from the top of my head. Dang it.
Perfect.
I should have this one memorized. After all. Threy''Lar. Last name Badacoda.
Okay.
So Thriller
So-
Batakota.
Say it. Yeah, say it.
So he's the one currently in charge of the command when it comes to locating and ascertaining the target and how to best keep the civilians safe during these kind of frightful times. As it does appear to attack more often at night.
Hmm. Do you know where we might be able to find him? Because it's imperative we talk as a team.
Last I heard, he had been in the Central District. He was kind of taking a look around some of the potential areas of interest, as our Skyport has been the most recent attacked. I think he was stationed over by Azalea Street Park.
Okay, it's Elliot Street Park. Alrighty, we will look him up. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. Looks like we have a captain to find. Let's get going.
And thus we go seek the big boss man.
Yes, Sir Thrailer.
Alrighty. A normal person, if they were walking from where you guys were, to get to this location, I would say, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, about 45 minutes. Actually, you know what? No, if you cut here,
No, a normal person, 45 minutes. For us, it's 23. 22.5.
there you go. So you spent some time sitting there talking with the attendant, so it is currently, if you got there at what, we said 3:30, say about a half hour
2:30.
talking.
So now
2:30?
it's 3, so it'll be about 3:30 when we get there.
3:30 when you get there.
Okay.
So I know I'm being kind of a turd about this, but if we're doing an investigation and we have to be back at the inn to do a performance, I want to make sure that we get there on time. And I don't want to be stuck in some catacomb where we're supposed to be putting on a show.
That's true.
Anywho,
Okay.
That's
you
why I'm
guys
being a turd.
make your way through the military district. into the kind of central district, which, as you walk in, it is one of the larger walled-in providences. It has a bunch of waterways, kind of like Venice, but not really as streets, just more of you do have kind of ways of route from these little streams, kind of the Osmit kind of waterways, kind of snake through the region between the port and the promenade, kind of keeping everything together. But it's a patchwork of thousands of personal homes, tenements, guild halls. There's all kinds of shapes and sizes, peppered with taverns and inns on nearly every street corner. They're kind of clustered neighborhoods among kind of a tightly set streets, and they're occasionally broken up by parks and a little bit of grasses. That's right in the center. There is that nice little location that they have towards the street park, which is one of their main attractions for some of the touristy folk of Amon. But there's a wide disparity of wealth from home to home. You see some that are still in construction, half falling into some of these little waterways. You can see some that have fantastic, ornate, elaborate housing with fenced in and walled off little areas for themselves. Definitely a kind of more prime location of kind of housing across the different districts. It's mostly residential. So you have some of the merchant class, the traveling traders, ship captains, guild apprentices. Really is kind of what this district makes up.
All right.
But you are in that center of the central district at that little park, kind of much like the size of, I don't know if you guys have ever been to DC, but you have the kind of like reflecting pond and the kind of big square. It's essentially where you're at.
Okay.
You're at like the Lincoln Memorial kind of thing.
Oh, how
Yeah.
nice. It's Lincoln isn't here.
Yeah. But
Okay. Alright, so we're looking for Azalea Street Park. Let's see if we can find a guardsman or something and have him point the way.
make a perception check.
Alright. That would be a 16.
16. Okay, so does anyone else want to assist?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
We all might as well take a look.
Go ahead and roll then.
What is this? Investigation or perception?
Perception.
15.
15?
Mhm.
Okay. So you both look around, kind of keeping an eye out for things, and you do notice that there is this kind of building off into the far northeast or northwest side. Wow, I should know my directions by now. But the northwest side
Mm-hmm.
seems to be a little bit of commotion, people kind of going in and out of this building and kind of yelling and throwing stones, trying to get the attention of someone. If you're gonna head that direction a little bit to kind of just see what's going on, and you can hear him say, "Hey, keep our streets safe. We need to go out at night. We don't want to have to worry about being torn apart." You hear different people crying about all these kind of accusations of there being monsters, of there being a serial killer. Something's on the loose, and the city's doing nothing.
You said they're
people
throwing
complaining.
rocks, right?
Yep, they're throwing little pebbles, little rocks. not trying to break glass, but trying to make noise, get attention.
I joined them.
Ooh, what?
So you pick up a nearest stone. Go ahead and make a just make a ranged attack throw. No proficiency.
Oh yeah, baby. It's a 6.
So you pick up a stone and try and reach over and you ha! As you throw it, it goes about 10 feet and falls in front of you and kind of skitters. 20 feet short of the wall.
I kind of sulk for a second, and then I look up and I just start making very loud crashing sounds. Like the glass was broken. Cuz I'm sure I've heard that being around Skywatcher long enough. Like
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As you do this, make a performance check for me.
19.
Oh god.
So
Hell.
you leave a sounding, crashing, and smashing noise to the point where everyone kind of just goes and stops. It kind of looks around, waiting for the glass to fall, and nothing happens. And they're kind of taken back, and they almost stop. They kind of stop chanting for a second and just kind of look over, and they could just seem to be confused of what's going on. And then they start yelling and throwing stuff again.
Ugh.
I'm satisfied.
Oh, nice.
I pull up my stringy hairy ball.
Well, this looks like the place we need to be, but the problem is trying to get in. I doubt they're just gonna let us walk in and walk out uncontested.
It's at this point you hear some of the guards reach out. It's being taken care of. Go back to your homes. We've got a solid lead, and we're going to take care of it before week's end. It's again, please stay off the streets at night if you can. Avoid the sewers. Avoid these areas. They've been deemed kind of too dangerous. We'll station more guards as we can, but please do your part to be safe. Kind of disperse. Go peacefully. We'll be taking care of this. And then as the guards are kind of looking around, one catches your eye, and it's Steve, or what is his name? I don't have that page anymore, damn it!
Frank?
Frank, the one that was outside of the sewers the first night.
The one who
Oh,
was
the one that slipped.
the one who was soaked?
Yep.
and
Terrific.
The one that like the guard yelled at him?
No, not the one that came in that was pushed into it. The one that was yelling and teasing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't know his name.
Wonderful.
I know the other one's name. I know the one
Yeah.
that he was yelling and teasing.
Mhm.
So I yell up at him what he was yelling and teasing. Frank? That you?
I
Frank,
thought that's who that was.
you're a real
Get
piece
over
of
here.
You're a real piece of shit, you know that.
You just see you see one of the guards from the far side. Hey, that's not fair. Oh, it's you guys. And kind of go back to shooing some of the locals away.
Okay, we follow the bird in, I guess.
And that's where we'll go ahead and close tonight's episode.
All right.
I figure it's a good stopping point. We'll get into the conversations with Thralar Batakoda and the King's Guard. To find out next in 2 weeks
Yeah.
Fingers
What
crossed.
what our troop does next. Will they ever find their friend Auken?
Probably not.
And
Will he
they
magically appear in the next episode?
find out next time on Dragon Ball. No, I'm just kidding. Find out next time when we tune in to our fine adventures of the Bare Knuckle Couriers.
On the next episode of Dungeons and Discord. Thanks
Thanks for
coming by.
watching.
Toodaloo.
Until next Thursday.
Not next Thursday.
No, the next Thursday.
the next. Yeah.
Yes.
Till the next.
Bye.
Bye bye.